it's not a specific thing. It's not a specific path. It's just this act of creation, and I've discovered it's very much laying things out and seeing what feels right, seeing where things go. Usually some kind of energy will kind of focus around one certain area, and then that's kind of the direction it goes. If it doesn't resonate right, or it doesn't feel right, or vibrate right, or however you want to say that, it just doesn't work. And it's very obvious when it's done, or it either gives me a certain feeling or it doesn't. And if it doesn't give me that feeling, I cannot go on. So I don't have a real specific direction, other than I just try to give the time, and I just do what feels good to me. I do what feels good to me. And this is Bridget. She is my latest junk character, made up of all found used objects. A lot of these used objects or found objects are found on the road. They are picked up from walking around on the sidewalk or curb and seeing these used weathered objects. And this bottle cap on the nose actually comes from Arizona. That's my mother-in-law, Kelly. She sent me a bag of Arizona road trash. They live in Phoenix. But yeah, this is Bridget, and again, a lot of changes going on. But this video, you'll see her from start to finish. It's a little long, but it is a time lapse of the entire process. So it makes it seem pretty quick, and it makes it look like I'm working really fast, but I don't know. It's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. It's a lot of time, and just due to my situation in life, I'm fragmented on when I can actually get out here and work. So sometimes I'm working on it for 10 minutes, other times I'll have a couple hours, and I just kind of hit record and tried to get anytime I was working on it. So I think the only thing I didn't get filmed was putting the bottle cap on the nose and this little pipe clamp around the nose. So here she is. A lot going on in there. There's the back side. If there's anything left, it's to kind of cut some of these bolts off. I don't know, these are pretty sharp, but I kind of want to leave them. So it hangs by this wire here. There she is, Bridget. So please enjoy the rest of this video. And I'm gonna keep making them. I can't stop. I can't stop picking this stuff up off the road, off the ground. Anywhere I go, my eye just catches these little textures and details, and I don't know. Makes me feel good to make these. I get a certain once it's done, or once I'm looking at it, it creates a certain feeling inside, and I want to share that with people. I don't know, I just think it's unbelievably fascinating that you can take these discarded items that are considered trash. I mean, maybe these hinges, there'd be some people recognize these hinges as, oh, we better hang on to those, they're kind of neat. But generally speaking, most of this stuff, everyone would consider trash. And where it was laying on the road, if someone were to come through to clean up, it would have been thrown away. So I see those objects as a valuable building material. I see those objects as they're almost a result of human existence. All these different little pieces everywhere, in all these nooks and crannies, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you can find little It's almost all hardware, little screws, nuts, bolts, bottle caps. It's unbelievable what's out there. But I think it's interesting how they can be arranged in a certain way so that other people's minds will identify it as something. So these objects individually are nothing, but assembled in this way, you can clearly see it's some kind of face. Maybe not like a human face, but it's some kind of recognizable face. And basically you, the observer, you're the one that's bringing it to life. So through my physical hands, it has these items were assembled together, and your act of observation invokes life or spirit into this collection of parts. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but by you looking at it, you, as the observer, apply a personality. You create her as a thing. You see her as something, when in reality it's parts that were separate in close proximity. And you invoke life into it. That's what's coming out of me right now. So, I don't know, that might be deep for some of you, but that's okay. Here's Bridget. Please enjoy the video. I don't know. I get excited over this stuff. I get excited over this it attracts me. It's very attractive to me. Worn, used objects. They've spent their life, and yet they've now been picked up and put together, and here they are doing something again. Ah! Mm-hmm. I love it. So, what are these found objects to me? They're everything. My eye sees them. I am in love with them. I have this compulsion or urge to create figures out of them. And something in me is saying I need to tell a story to make them relevant. But maybe they'll speak for themselves. Maybe that's the key. And maybe it's left up to the observer to fill in the blanks. Because if I fill in the blanks myself, that locks in of an image. I think that makes the creation process for me very difficult. If I'm holding an idea of what I'm making, I tend to struggle with it. I tend to have great difficulty. But if there is a freedom to be whatever it is, because this human mind doesn't understand what this human body is doing. Because the human mind is in the past. It's just telling a story about what's happening. So something has to happen for a report to be made. Something has to happen for a story to be told. I think the best thing to do is to keep quiet as much as possible. Let these hands work. Receive the visions and go from there. If I keep having these reoccurring visions, then let's just let them play out. Let's not try to create the vision. It's creating itself. This narrating mind isn't going to be able to think up a way to create the vision, because the act of creation starts before the narration or the thinking even comes in. Right? That's what I've learned. That's what I've seen. And just like that, transmission's cut. It's that simple. Stop thinking about your work. Stop. Stop trying to figure out what's happening. You're on a roller coaster ride, and you don't know what's to come.